Hey guys, Terry Scroggins here, Jared Lintner. We're hanging out in the parking lot of the Hilton. I'm talking about rednecks are us. I make a little, quite a few baits on the side. I give Jared a few. I've already gave him like 1,000 of them, and he's like getting nervous. He's got a little event coming up. Dude, I gotta have some more craws. So I said, no problem. I got my moles in the back of the truck. We'll just hook it up.
I visited his house years ago, and the guy's got a lot of stuff going on, and he builds some really unique, kind of cool stuff, and I'm like, dude, I gotta have some, man. So, yeah, so I'm just standing here bumming plastics,
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make Jerry some crawdads today, and I'll just show you how simple it is. There's nothing to it. I mean, anybody out there that fishes can make their own baits. And what's really cool is you make your own stuff, you take a lot of pride in it, you make it, you go out and catch a fish on it. It's pretty cool, it's fun stuff.
But where do you get this stuff?
Man, you can get it anywhere. There's all kinds of websites. These actually come from Angling AI. Costs you a little bit of money to first initially get set up and doing this, but man, I'll tell you, it's addicting. Once you start, you can't stop, and it's just endless. When you go to a tackle store and buy baits, you settle for what they have, what colors they have, what size, shapes they have. When you make your own stuff, man, it's your imagination is your limit. You can go you can take it however far you want to take it.
The problem is, if you make some custom color, then you got to remember which color exactly you added.
I know,
and you got all kinds of yeah.
So all you really need, you just need a microwave. And basically what's so cool about this stuff is you can recycle your plastic. So what we're doing right here, I'm actually reheating some old sprues where I poured some baits before. So I'll get that hot, and then we'll add the color that you want, and we'll make you some crawdads.
Do you eat out of that same microwave?
No, I don't eat out the same microwave. It might be a little hazardous. This is just some old stock I had laying around the house. That's what's so cool about this. I can reheat that. This is a watermelon. But what we're gonna do is add some green pumpkin to it, some blue flake. And that's the color he's wanting, that's what he wants. So we're gonna make a green pumpkin blue flake here in just a minute. So.
Yeah, so see, there's like a green pumpkin, and there's a watermelon. I mean, it's a little bit, this one's darker, obviously.
We got the recipe ready right here. Got a little green pumpkin blue flake.
It's like you're baking a cookie.
All in the ingredients.
A little cricket snack.
One thing you don't want to do is get it on you. It's 350 degrees, and if you get it on you, it's just gonna smear. This is all there is to it, though.
I used to do this. I used to tie my own jigs and stuff, but he's got it way more dialed in than I ever did.
It's really not hard at all to do. I mean, for somebody wanting to do it, you just seen it done. I mean, that's all there is to it. The hardest part is getting your colors the way you want your colors. So I used to paint cars, so colors to me comes easy, and I can make any color out there. I don't need a formula for it. I can just brew it up. So,
but that's the problem, man. Sometimes you might have one dialed in.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So there you go. Because there's 4 right there. So we just made a dozen crawls just like that fast.
See? There you go. And they're really soft right now, but they'll get a little harder.
Yeah, they'll harden up as they cure.
So a few years back, we were out on what, Toho, right?
Yeah.
And I was getting a few bites, and he's like, man, dude, they're biting. And I'm like, they ain't really biting. He's like, here, try these. And he threw some of these little crawls on my boat. And I went back through the same area, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so ever since then, he's the guy I call.
That's always the thing. You get on the road and you think, man, I got 100 baits. You got a lot of baits in a 5 or 6 day event. You'll run out. So I always try to keep some stuff with me just in case I run out. I can always go back and make me a few more. All right, so there it is. You see how it's done. I've already gave Jared like 1,000 of these things. He's got them in his boat. I don't know why he's so nervous about getting any more.
That's a different color.
Dude,